reproduction in angiosperm, especially in flowering plants, are said to be double fertilization and triple fusion. That what do you mean about it? परीक्षेमध्ये जवळपास विचारलं जातं क्लास 9th पासून तर 12th पर्यंत की व्हॉट इज डबल फर्टिलायझेशन अँड ट्रिपल फ्युजन. 12th मध्ये सुद्धा बऱ्याचशा एंट्रन्स एक्झाम होतात, त्यामध्येही सुद्धा लाईफ सायन्स या सब्जेक्ट्सच्या किंवा बायोलॉजी या सब्जेक्टच्या वेगवेगळे क्वेश्चन्स सांगितले जातात, विचारले जातात आणि अभ्यास करावा लागतो. महत्त्वाचं म्हणजे सेटनेट परीक्षेमध्ये सुद्धा याची डिटेल विचारले जाऊ शकते आणि त्यासाठी सर्व सायन्सचा अभ्यास करणाऱ्या विद्यार्थ्यांना हा तरी पाठ नक्कीच माहीत असायला पाहिजे आणि तो म्हणजे इन अँजिओस्पर्मिक प्लांट, इन फ्लॉवरिंग प्लांट, व्हॉट इज डबल फर्टिलायझेशन अँड ट्रिपल फ्युजन. ओके, that there are two sex organs in sexual reproduction, male and female. Developed nucleus, haploid nucleus is two male gamete and obviously ovule, and ovule is also called as female gametophyte, and that is a 8 nucleated stage. Megaspore and a microspore. दोन्हीही ऑर्गन मॅच्युअर असल्यानंतर कुठल्या तरी एजंटद्वारे पॉलिनेशन होतं आणि मेल गमेटोफाइट इट reaches to the female gametophyte and fertilization may occur. 2 male gametes are developed and enter into the micropyle आणि या ओव्हूलला 8 न्यूक्लियस आहे. तुम्हाला माहीत आहे 8 न्यूक्लियसपैकी वरच्या एंडला 3 आहे, मधल्या एंडला ऑलरेडी 2 फ्यूज झालेले आहे अँड दी लोअर एंडला 3 आहे. एग ॲपरेटस ज्याला म्हणतो ते एग ॲपरेटसमध्ये मधला न्यूक्लियस एक न्यूक्लियस आहे आणि आजूबाजूचे 2 सिनर्जिड्स म्हणतात आणि मधले जे आहे न्यूक्लियस त्यांना म्हटलेलं आहे सेकंडरी न्यूक्लियस. वाय इट इज कॉल्ड ॲज सेकंडरी? बिकॉज there are already fusion of 2 nucleus and that's why double fertilization and triple fusion means among 2 male gamete 1 nucleus fuse with a egg nucleus, that is first fusion. It is also called as syngamy, and remaining male nucleus are traveled to the secondary nucleus which is already diploid, and then triple fusion is occur there in secondary nucleus, and in this way secondary nucleus is developed into a fruit, zygote. First syngamy nucleus, diploid nucleus is developed into a seed part, and that's why it is called as double fertilization and triple fusion. It is a special characteristics of angiospermic plant, that means flowering plant. Respectively, in previous section you learn about male and female gamete, which is non-motile. Male gamete is pollen grain and female gamete is embryo sac respectively. As both types of gamete are non-motile and that's why pollination must happen is need for plants. After the pollination, fertilization are start. Pollination carry the pollen grains from anther to stigma by helping any one of the external agent. The exact definition of fertilization is male gamete unites with the egg cell to form zygote. This is fertilization.
the transfer of the right type of pollen. Often pollen of wrong type, either from other species or from same species plant, also land on the stigma. If it is of the right type, the pistil accept the pollen and promote post-pollination events that leads to fertilization. If the pollen is of the wrong type, the pistil rejects the pollen and preventing pollen germination on the stigma. Pollen grain germinates on the stigma to produce a long tube through one of the germ pore. The content of pollen grain move throughout the pollen tube by growth movement. It travels through a style with containing two male gametes. Pollen tube grow through the tissue of the stigma and style and reaches the ovary. Pollen tube, after reaching the ovary, enters the ovule through the micropyle and then enter one of the synergids egg apparatus. After entering one of the synergid, the pollen tube releases two male gametes into a cytoplasm of the synergid. One of the male gamete moves towards the egg cell and fuses with the nucleus, thus completing the syngamy. The syngamy is nothing but the union of egg cell nucleus and one of the male gamete nucleus leads to formation of zygote. This is the first fertilization. The other male gamete moves towards to the polar nuclei located in the central cell and fuses with them to produce a triploid primary endosperm nucleus, and this is a triple fusion because fusion of three haploid nucleus is termed as triple fusion. Since two types of fusion, syngamy and triple fusion, takes place in an embryo sac, the phenomenon is formed double fertilization and triple fusion. It is a characteristics of flowering plant. The central cell after triple fusion become a primary endosperm and develops into an endosperm, while zygote develops into an embryo. Following double fertilization and triple fusion events, development, maturation of ovule and ovary into fruit, and finally into the seed development.
Thank you very much. Bye bye.